Hey, what's going on, you rabid Rabska? Today we're taking a look at Nettie's Cynthia's Garchomp build that he just used to get top 4 at the Prague Regional Championships. Definitely an interesting take on the deck. I hadn't seen a build quite like this up to this point, but we have a lot of the usual suspects in here. A 4-4-3 Garchomp, of course. A 4-3 Roserade, which is maybe just like a little bit thicker than I've seen most commonly be played. I feel like most people are playing like 3-3, but I've definitely seen some 4-3s and even 4-4 Roserade lines out there. And honestly, I would not hate a 4th Roserade in this deck. It becomes a common target up against especially Dragapult for them to go chase down. Now, there's 2 Premium Power Pros in here, so that can help supplement our damage after some of our Roserades have been KO'd, but yeah, I wouldn't hate a 4th Roserade in here, that's for sure. Cynthia's Spiritomb in here, of course, to back up situations where our opponent leaves a lot of damage in play. Of course, we play the 2 most powerful supporters in the format, and 4 of them, 4 boss, 4 Lillies, 2 Pokégears. Increase the odds of finding Lillie and boss is never a bad thing. And then the secondary supporters are where things get a little bit more interesting. Now, a lot of people play Petrel in their Garchomp builds, especially when you play Unfair Stamp, which is the A-spec in this one. But then the Larry skill kind of caught me off guard when I saw that Nettie was playing it. A lot of people play Hilda's, and it has a pretty similar use case to the Hilda, where Hilda searches your deck for an energy card and a evolution Pokemon. Larry's skill can find any Pokemon, and it can find a basic energy, so it can't find the Rocky Fighting Energy, and then it gets a supporter. And that's maybe the most powerful part about Larry's skill, is it can find our boss's orders for our next turn to set ourselves up for a gust play. And finding boss in this deck is super, super important in so many matchups and so many situations, because it's what allows us to get ahead or stay ahead in a prize exchange. We don't want to be corkscrew diving into like a Dragapult EX to do 100 damage and not draw any prize cards when we can one-hit KO it next turn with the Buster attack. We want to make sure we're being aggressive with our attacks and drawing prize cards, ideally with every single attack. Sometimes it's okay for us to two-hit KO something with the Corkscrew Dive, but most of the time we're going to be looking for KOs with Corkscrew Dive, and boss is what allows us to do that. And that's why Larry's skill feels really, really good in here, because it finds our boss, sets us up for that next turn, and it also discards our hand, which might seem bad, but we're usually pretty good at aggressively like expending all the resources from a hand with this deck, and then that sets us up to actually draw more cards with Corkscrew Dive to set ourselves up that much better for our following turn. So yeah, really impressed by the Larry skill in here. Definitely make a lot of sense, and I think they do make more sense than the Hildas overall. Maybe it'll be like a little bit metagame specific, where it's like, if you really want your Rocky Fighting Energy, like if you're really scared of Alakazam, or Alakazam's super popular, whatever it might be, you might want to lean a little bit more into Hilda than the Larry skill, maybe like a 1-1 split, to increase our odds of finding those Rocky Fighting Energy. But I think Larry skill seems like the more powerful overall supporter in the deck. A lot of Pokemon search cards, 4 Buddy Poffin, 4 Poké Pad, 3 Fighting Gong. I mentioned the 2 Premium Power Pros, of course. 1 Switch as the mobility card. Having the mobility card is definitely super, super nice to deal with those retreat lockers. And Switch versus Surfer. I mean, Switch has synergy with the Petrel, of course, because you can Petrel for the Switch, play the Switch. You could Petrel for Surfer, but then you'd have to like wait a turn to play it. So it lets you be more aggressive. But honestly, I would definitely, from my games, I'm not convinced the Surfer maybe wouldn't just be better, because it is also a, supplemental like draw supporter on top of being a mobility card. It's really hard to get value out of the Switch unless it is in a being retreat locked scenario, where something like the Surfer, even if you're not being retreat locked, you could still get value of it for just drawing cards for your turn. Unfair Stamp, of course, is the A-spec of choice in here. The most powerful disruption card in the game. No judges in this build as well. I think that's worth mentioning. Something that I've been playing in my Garchomps and I've seen in most, I feel like, Garchomp lists is judge. It feels like it synergizes so well with the deck. We like judge down low. We can Corkscrew Dive for more cards. But, and this is like a common trend from decks that I saw at Prague in general, is just like, if it's not a really good card or a way to find a really good card, it seems like it's not worth playing in the current format. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I saw a lot of people not including judges in their deck, because you could play that, or you could play like another Meowth that can get you a Lillie, or just more outs to find, like play more Pokégears, because that can find us our better supporters. Like, it is nice to have hand disruption like judge, but more outs to boss and Lillie might just be the better way to go. And that's what we see with most of the builds coming out of Prague, I feel like. A little bit more, not refined. Well, refined in a sense, but like minimalistic. Just stick to the basics type deal. 4 Cynthia's Power Weight, and then a 5-4 on the Fighting Energy here. 4 Rocky Fighting Energy, and then 5 Basic Fighting Energy here. And it's a little bit heavier than I've seen with most counts and that I played with most of my Garchomp builds, but I do like it. Like whiffing your energy attachment for turn, it feels really, really bad in this deck, and it feels really, really good if you just never whiff an energy attachment with the deck. So, I don't know if I'd ever go more than 9. Fourth Fighting Gong would probably come in before another energy, but the 9 energy does feel really nice. You definitely want to be whiffing your energy attachments. And that's it. That's the build. Let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Zoroark, Lopunny. They can't one-hit KO a Garchomp, can they? But Darmanitan... No, we need like so little. This seems like a good matchup. Yeah, it seems good. We'll see. Going first is obviously ideal, but if we're not going to go first, might as well go second, I guess. Oh, that's annoying. Does it really matter though? I mean, I don't play a stadium, so it's not like I can play around it in any way. Yeah, we just have to like take it, I guess. Most people aren't playing Badoo, but it doesn't mean my opponent's not. I feel like just playing that's probably fine. I don't know. Am I playing around Judge or Harlequin at this point? I feel like no one's playing Hand Disruption anymore. Am I going for another Roselia? Instead of the Gabite? Oh, if they're in case they're playing Badoo. Isn't Piper's Bill, so playing around Badoo is correct? Are people playing like Badoo like that though? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? They're cooked. You're cooked, buddy. You're done. They're like actually fucked, right? Oh, do I have to like worry about Yveltal in this matchup? Because they can trap Roserade, right? I should have played the Premium Power Pro so I didn't have to evolve, actually. Yeah, I actually messed that up. I should have played the Premium Power Pro so I could have gone Dragon Slash Knockout without evolving this. But now... Huh. I mean, I kind of have to now. Interesting. Interesting. I should have played around it. I didn't. But the Tomb KO was actually kind of funny, though. That actually would have been a good meme. Yeah. I should have just played the Premium Power Pro and then not evolved this to play around Yveltal. I mean, they're probably not going to Yveltal me this turn, but I wouldn't have to put the Roserade in play for like a while. Is there a reason to not thin the Gabites before Lilies? Honestly, probably not. I probably could have just like thinned them out. I thought I would like, I kind of wanted more, but I didn't really need more. Yeah, so I should have done like the Gabite chain beforehand. You're right. I didn't really need more on the other side of the Lillie. Like, we're going to be so far ahead by Kevin, they're only Zuru and play that. That should be a good enough to kind of get us going and get us into the game. You have any new decks to play in Chaos Rising? Yeah, all the new decks that come out and are viable with Chaos Rising drops. You had the KO with Roselia? No? No, I did not. I kind of just want to KO the Fez for 2 prize cards here. I definitely don't want to KO the Tatsu. If I KO the Zorua, though, I want to make it as hard as possible for them to do like a Yveltal play. I mean, drawing 2 prize cards is just kind of good. Go after the Zorua, though. I feel like KOing the Zorua makes it harder for them to like do Yveltal shit. Also, I don't care about drawing the other prize card, I don't think. Like drawing it. Well, do I? I don't think I'd care about drawing a prize card more aggressively, right? I don't know. The only thing I'm scared of at this point is like a Yveltal. So I feel like it makes it harder for them to do a Yveltal cheese if I KO Zorua. So we're gonna go with that. Could have KO'd with Tomb without a volume Roserade. Oh, I guess I could have. Yeah, you're right. I could have. So I should have attacked with Tomb at the very least. Well, I should have just played the Premium Power Pro play was better, I feel like, but even the Fez makes it harder. Well, no, it's pretty easy for them to have the play, but I want to play around like the future of having a board state that actually allows them to win the game through Yveltal. If I KO the Fez, I feel like they have a higher chance of winning through Yveltal. If I KO the Zorua, I feel like they have a lower chance of winning through Yveltal. Also, it gets rid of their pivot in play, which is the energy on the Zorua. Extra night, if I draw 2 more prize cards, we just win with like Switch Boss. So we have that. As long as the Switch is in the deck, but I can check for that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, not the Roserade. Sure, let's go with that. That seems fine. How do we win with Yveltal? I don't know. Playing Scubo Cyclone, Yveltal Trap a Roserade for a long time. Use Monkey Dory. Feels like there's a route there. That's not boss. I honestly don't want to. I don't know if that's correct. I don't want to KO this Tatsu. I don't know if the Yveltal, if I should be even afraid of Yveltal at this point. Maybe it just doesn't matter, but it seems correct to play in fear of it. Like, what if I just pass? What are they gonna do? Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I don't know. I feel like the only way I can lose is through some Yveltal bullshit. But I don't know if I can even lose to that anyways. Like, I don't even know if I can lose to that at this point. So what do you think? Rotostick and Honchkrow is good? I mean, it's not bad. I don't know if it's correct. My results with the Rotostick have been mixed. I feel like it rarely finds you 2 supporters. I feel like it rarely finds you more than 1 supporter. I feel like it rarely finds you more than 1 supporter. Finds you 0 a lot? Yeah, exactly. It finds you like 0. Like, it just, yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's definitely worth exploring. Like, those kind of cards, a card like Rotostick, it's like the ceiling is obviously high, right? Like, you're not betting on hitting like 4 supporters ever, right? But even hitting, you never bet on hitting 4 supporters, but even hitting like 3 or 2 is like a big deal. But it's like, the trade-off is definitely consistency. It's like, what if you just played more consistent cards? Like, what if you played more Pokégears? And then, okay, now I should just win. But yeah, you could always just play like more Pokégears. Is my Switch in the deck? It is. Switch Boss, okay. Like, we could play Rotostick, or what if we played more Pokégears, or like more ways to find our Pokemon? Like, theoretically that's better, because like what Rotostick does is not, you can't really predict how it's going to interact when you play it. So you'd rather play cards that you have better prediction over, right? Like, you'd rather play something like Pokégear, which just like a decent amount more dramatically increase your odds of like finding Proton turn 1 into like Ariana turn 2, stuff like that. So you want to be able to ideally play more predictable cards. It doesn't mean it's correct though. Like, you want to be able to do that, but it doesn't mean it's not correct to play Rotostick. And at the end of the day, Rotostick is good in the deck, right? Like, it's not a bad card in the deck, but is it the best way to play it? And I think it's definitely, from my experience with Honchkrow, it's definitely worth investigating not playing Rotostick at all and finding how much and how often you actually need that power spike in games to actually win games. Yeah, and there's the... Hey, Yveltal, you little bastard. How's it going, buddy? Okay, now I just need to find the switch. So that's kind of just the question is, like, how often do we need that power spike? Is that power spike essential to actually being able to win more games in the Pokemon TCG? I think it should be pretty fine to just play the Lariat skill here, right? Just go like attach. We got to get there eventually. Which, I guess losing that Premium Power Pro is actually kind of sus though. It's Petrel? No, because I need boss. I guess I could have got Petrel to guarantee the switch and then top deck the boss, right? Sure. It's not about switch. It's about switch and boss. I can't switch and knock out the Yveltal because then they can trap my next Roserade. Then I just lose the deck out. But I could have got Petrel because then I could have gone play Petrel for switch, which sends out another card for my deck if I don't top deck the switch, literally as my next top deck. And then I increase my odds of top decking boss. So Petrel might have been better for that reason. But I'm not going to... If I top deck switch here without boss, I'm not playing switch. So if I Petrel for switch, I'm not playing the switch. Because then I just lose to them trapping the next Roserade. They are misplaying by not going after my Roserades, though. Like, they have to KO my Roserades. That has to be their win con. Just keep it simple so we don't have to sweat it. Retreat lock. Bullshit, man. Win con, they haven't taken a single prize card. Yeah, I played against two crossbows and tied one, beat one. Gabite swinging in that one, I guess. I wouldn't really say those are like grass decks because that matchup is just so weird. It doesn't really like matter that they play grass Pokemon. I mean, I guess it matters a little bit. It's like they can KO through a tooled. This is... I prized my fourth Gible as well, so like a Torrential Pump next turn is like super devastating. Maybe I have to retreat to a Roserade then. So I could go Dragon Slice to set this up for a knockout with Corkscrew Drive, but then they're gonna go Torrential Pump KO and leave me with just a Garchomp. Excruciating gameplay. Very. Very. Dude. Oh. Yes. If I evolve to a Roserade, they could stop me next turn. I don't even want to evolve to a Roserade here. I don't want to give them the sob line. Giving them the sob line seems terrible. Putting one in my hand to have is probably worth it though. And I'll play the other version of the song. Judge, sure. You appreciate 12 months there, video game. Okay, hold up. If I have... One, two, three. 150, 300. This here is bad. Do I ever want to like dynamic? I don't want a dynamic buster though. Yeah, okay. I don't want to burn any of that. I think I'm just attacking you. All right, fine. Oh, we got the Gible. Okay, so if we can survive a turn, maybe two, it's winnable. Winnable. I actually should have benched this Roselia. Because I could have gone Roserade, and then used back-to-back Roselias with Spike Sting. And I could have gone like 80-80 into like a Gabite to win the game or something. Like that was like a possibility. So I should have played for that. I didn't have like another Gible to put on the bench anyways at that point. I should have definitely done that. I could just KO the Raging Bolt here, actually, to be honest. Oh no, then it removes the energy off my active, which is good as well, because they probably won't have to kill me with this. Yeah. Boss KO Fez here, right? No, I don't think so. I want to keep the Fez around so I can KO Fez with Gabite, potentially. I also want to make it as hard as possible for them to KO my Garchomp this turn as well. So I think this makes the most sense. What build of Crustle do you find more interesting, Sanders or Elmer's? I mean Sanders. Sanders is the one with the more unique cards. Not sure which build is best. Wait, why is this here? There's Crispin that there?
Okay. How about energy? Nope.
I have no energy. That's what I gotta find then, energy. Maybe I could have like not benched this. Nah, benching Spiritomb was probably fine. It's like not that big of a deal. Yeah, we got plenty of energy, obviously. You know what his deck needs? A Lumio City. I don't think we need Lumio City here. All right. Sure. Targon would be nice in this deck. No, Targon's like super slow. There's an argument for a couple Night Treasures, but Targon is not good in this deck. It's too slow. It's too slow, and we just don't need to recover that much cards. At the most, we need like one Gible back. For fighting Pokemon, we already play enough energy. We just need to draw into the energy. And then sometimes we need to recover Roselias or Roserades. But we need to recover them fast. Like we can't. Well, also Targon doesn't recover those cards anyways, but. I leave for Melbourne on like the 13th, I think. Are you able to play the game without crashing so much? I have access to the real client. Like not the fake thing that most of you guys play on. Y'all are playing on like a build of the client that is like, it's essentially fake. Wait, 200 damage. It just bugged, right? I was KOing that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Wait, maybe I'm doing the math wrong. I feel like it's super easy for them. Maybe I'm trolling though. I could attach active. And then I could go for a Spike Sting next turn. For 50. But I have to move the active anyway, so I may as well attach active, right? I don't know what they're playing, but if they want to like Badoo me, I'd want to be able to like Spike Sting back, right? Yeah. Would have been nice to have another Roselia on the bench here, but I don't think I can give up my second Gible for a second Roselia to hit for 80, but... Just watch the ends video. Don't think having Reshiram is... Nope, I do not think. The Reshiram is terrible. Don't play the Reshiram. You can play the Reshiram if you want. I don't think it's good. I think it's terrible. Is Reshiram a good way to kill big EX without giving 2 prizes? Yeah, but it just doesn't happen. That's the problem. Is our opponents can pretty consistently play in a way where they never actually allow Spiritomb to take big knockouts. Dude, see, now that's the thing. Well, you know what? At least I'll get stop asking the question, maybe. Make a star meet. We are getting Badooed here. Badoo. Game attack for Arboliva? No. This army is tough. No, it should be fine. I'm not too scared of the matchup. Are you gonna be playing Garchomp for the rest of the stream? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I could boss KO the Duskull now, though. Actually, that's super sick. The Duskull KO here is insane. Okay. Let's like this. I mean, I don't even have... I'm just an energy away, though, I guess. I kind of want to bench a Roselia and put the power weight on the Roselia so I can get it to a Roserade. I think I am going to do that. Let's see how this goes. I don't want this to get picked off the bench. The Risky Ruins are obviously being obnoxious here. But yeah, this guy's scary, so let's deal with him. We'll go from there. We might be 2-hit KOing the Mega Star. Well, I have the boss, so... Okay, I forgot the fighting yet, so now oh no, I played the boss. If I top deck boss... But I might just have to 2-hit KO the Starmie anyways, which means maybe just like benching this Roselia was just like not good to begin with. I don't know. I think Fennel is still a good card in Festival Lead? No. No, I don't think it's... I never played the card for the Pulp matchup. I played the card for Frostlass decks. But Frostlass decks aren't very good or popular right now. So I would probably just cut the... Or I've already cut the Fennel from my build. I had it in there initially for Frostlass decks, but those have like fallen off. I would not play Would not play the Fennel anymore, no. Secret Box or Max Bell for Festival? I think Secret Box is probably better than Max Bell. But I currently have Prime Catcher in my build. But I also don't dislike Legacy Energy. There's a lot of routes you can go with it. I actually just don't know which one is best, to be honest. There's a lot of options. A lot of them seem pretty good as well. So I would like to top deck boss here so I could boss around this. No boss, no boss. No, I can't find that either. Okay. I think it's set up for the 2-hit though, right? Which is pretty cool. Maybe just a Gible. Yeah, I'll just go like this. I'm not going to bench the Gible yet, though. I might bench it next turn, plus this thing to find second Garchomp or something like that. We'll see. Gauge helps a lot against this. Yeah, but teching for this matchup is like not relevant at all. I actually do kind of like the lack of stadiums in here. I feel like no stadiums is probably just the best way to go. Unless you played like a heavier Petrel or Culver's count, then I guess I could see an argument for stadiums. But I kind of just like, when my last build, I kind of just like put watchtowers in just to like put something in. But playing nothing also seems reasonable for sure. Your team could be okay if they whiff dark. Yeah, I guess it could be. Can they actually heal out of range here? No, they can't. Okay. Use double dive. Draw 2. I mean, we should just basically be set up to win the game, right? Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize this could die. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. Hold up. I didn't realize this could die. I probably should have benched this Gible. So that way I could evolve this one to a Gabite. They're going to punch. They can now KO my active with Ursaluna next turn. I guess a tool card would get me out of Ursaluna range. I could go pop this. Ooh, okay, hold up. Oh, I don't even KO the active with the first attack. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can KO with Spiritomb though. We can just hit him with the Tomb. Okay. I want the Roselia. Hide behind the Spiritomb. I don't know. Do I want the Roselia? I just don't know. I don't know, man. I maybe do. But I want to get a tool card on it, I feel like. Put it out of range. I want to bench a Gible? Not really, right? I'm not going to put a Gible down. Okay. What do I... I don't know. I'm gonna put this here. I don't actually know what I want to do though. I'm actually just not sure. $300? Wait, we swinging? All right, it's fine. Play this. Play for a different top deck.
Fine.
I don't know. Spiritomb was moving like that. 300. Insane. So they could have like Ursaluna. They could like boss KO my Chomp here, I guess. Which would be a little annoying. He heard the talks and had to prove himself? Yeah, I guess. Maybe it is good in a matchup like maybe it is good in a matchup like this. They have to put like leave damage in play in this matchup, so then the Tomb can actually thrive. I thought we'd win this a lot easier, to be honest, but things did get a little sketchy. A little sketchy, but like not too sketchy. We're still gonna pretty cleanly walk away with the dub here. But they had outs. Yeah, appreciate the 57 months there, Hollywood. Just wait, what the fuck? Isn't that just a waste? Oh, they're blasting. They could have. It's got 120 HP. Got this to get that. If I promote this, they could actually have Air Balloon Ursaluna here, right? So I can't promote this. So I probably just end up this. I assume. I don't lose to Air Balloon Ursaluna. Ignition also KOs you? Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Ignition would have also KO'd me. Good point. 210. So we should be. It should just be over now, right? I don't think they have a real play.
Oh yeah, true.
Even if they KO'd the Garchomp, I'd still just win with Roselia KO. But I didn't even like see I had that lined up. Yeah, so I guess I could have promoted the I could have promoted the Garchomp there and like force him to have the Ignition, and then I still have win with Badoo. That would have been the play to make to flex on them, to be honest. That would have been the flex play for sure.